Hey guys, it's late Tuesday.
Take me anywhere, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Driving in your car, I never want to go home because I haven't got one.
So today I went to the dinner with the dean for the Society of Women Engineers, and it was pretty good. I showed up a little after 5 because it's like 5 to 6 is mingling, and so I did that. I didn't really mingle. I found somebody. I was like, oh, I know that girl. She's in one of my classes, and so I sat down by her. The other friend, her name was Amanda, and the girl that I knew, her name was Elizabeth, and um, and then this other girl that I knew sat by me, and her name was Rachel, and she has dreadlocks. And then there's another girl named Erica, and another girl named Jamie, and then another girl I don't remember her name. And then the assistant dean or whatever, he sat at our table, and so it was pretty cool. I got to meet him. I got a little name tag, and then this is what I got: Parmesan crusted cheese. It was wonderful. It was good, and I was full. Our table got left out. Like, we're sitting there and we see them bring in the plates and everything, and we're like, oh, okay, that looks really good. We look around, oh, everybody else has their food. Okay, well, we'll wait a little bit. And then the waiters came back with just water pitchers, and we're like, whoa, oh, did they forget us? And so Liz was like, hey, were we forgotten? And the guy looks at our table, and he's like, probably, and then goes back out to get our food. And so by the time we were done eating, everyone else was already done, like, and had their plates cleared, and they were bringing the desserts out, and I was like, oh, I'm so full, I don't need that. And so, like, I ate like a little bit, and it was a lot. The speaker that was there tonight, she was she's an environmental engineer that deals with like rivers and the restoration of rivers and things like that. And it was pretty cool. Like, she seemed like a really neat lady. And so the last slide that she put up, she did a little slideshow, was this picture. And I looked at it, I'm like, what? Okay, so I see a frog, like a bullfrog, it was big. And then it looked like it had a really long neck. And I was like, what is that? And it was a snake onto the frog's head, and they're just sitting there. I'm like, what? And so she told us the story. So it was outside of the city, and she was looking at a stream, and they hear this commotion, and they flop up onto the side of the stream, and they're just sitting there like that. And the frog's like, get off my head! And they're just like laying there, wrestling around and stuff for a good 10-15 minutes, and then finally they separated, and one went one way, the other one went the other way. And she said that somebody that she works with was there a couple days later, and both the frog and the snake were just chilling next to each other. So they must have worked it out. So I'm thinking that the frog insulted the snake's mother, and it decided to get it back. A couple weeks ago, Jeremy and I went to Hastings, and I was looking for some books. Like, I don't know, I always go and I check the John Green section. I ended up looking for Alaska, and this one, Under a Velvet Cloak. This is the 8th installment of The Incarnations of Immortality by Piers Anthony. And so I've read all of the other ones. Like, I read all the other ones in high school, and I really like them. And I got my friend Nick hooked on them because I talked about On a Pale Horse, which is the first one, in my speech class, because I talk about my 3 favorite things. And so I talked about my 3 favorite books, and that was one of them. And he's like, that sounds really interesting. Can I borrow it? And so I let him borrow it, and he really likes it. And so now he's reading the second one that he bought himself. But anyway, so we were at Hastings, and Jeremy found this book that he really likes. He listened to it on audiobooks because he used to drive a lot, and so he listened to a lot of books, and he really likes it. And he's been wanting me to listen to it for a while, and I'm not really an audiobook kind of person. And so finally he bought it, and I started reading it a couple weeks ago. It's Ender's Game, and it's really good. Like the first chapter, I hated it. I was like, ugh, what is this? Like it just violent for like the kid's freaking 6 years old and he beats somebody up in the first chapter, and I'm like, I don't want to read a book like this, and so like I really didn't want to read it. And Jeremy's like, well, just keep reading it, and so I read it, and after that it got like amazing, and so I'm almost done. I think I'm on the last chapter, and it's pretty good. I recommend it. It's spacey, like they're in space a lot of the times. Um, but it's similar. It reminds me a lot of the Hunger Games, in that they're subjecting children to violent stuff, kind of. But there's no like, games where you kill people and stuff like that. So it's just, I think it's neato. It was a good book. So if you guys want to read that, Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. It's good. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Like, uh, it's 9 o'clock and I had to sit for like 3 hours. I mean, it was fun. I'm just tired, and I'm gonna go to bed after this, maybe. Alright. Well, I will see you guys later. I hope to see you guys soon. Have fun. Bye.